Hey, welcome to an LA Life podcast. Today's Wednesday, April 24th. Hoping you are having a good week. It's a little windy, a little bit of rain coming our way. In fact, we wanted to record this outside today. We went outside. It's too windy. You would have never heard anything that I'm saying. You would have just heard a bunch of wind noise. So I came inside. Here's a backdrop that is set up for a Mother's Day program this weekend. So I'm going to use it because I need this tree. I need the idea of a bloom and new life. Well, that's the season we're a part of right now. And you've noticed if you look outside, things are growing. Right? The grass grows, the weeds grow, flowers are growing, trees are blooming. And it's all because it's the right season for that to happen. And they're getting a water source to help them to grow, which leads me to Psalm chapter 1. Listen to what the psalmist writes. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of the sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He's like a tree planted by streams of water that yields its fruit in its season, and its leaf does not wither. And all that he does, he prospers. The wicked are not so, but are like chaff that the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Well, a couple of things there that I want us to see this midweek teaching is, one, it talks about the blessed man. And the blessed man is going to grow, and it's because of this. He grows because he doesn't hang out in the counsel of the wicked. He's not standing in paths of sinners, and he's not sitting with scoffers, those people who are constantly mocking. But he grows because it says he delights in the law of the Lord, so he spends time in God's word. He meditates on God's word day and night. And then the psalmist even gives us a better picture, and he says, you're like a tree. It's like a tree planted by the streams of water. It constantly has this water source, a living water source that is causing it to grow. Well, when a tree grows, it begins to bloom. We can see it kind of behind here. You can look outside and you can see flowers and trees blooming, but it blooms, it bears fruit. Now, bearing fruit takes time. It's not always immediate, but we get the idea and we see what it looks like. The blessed man also has leaves that do not wither, and he prospers. And then it tells us at the end that the Lord knows the way of the righteous. But we also get this other side of the picture is we find out that there's a wicked person in this story as well. The wicked sits in the counsel, right, of wicked people. It hangs out with sinners. It's sitting with scoffers and people who are constantly mocking others. In fact, the psalmist says the wicked are like chaff that just blow away in the wind. Think about a tree that dies, and when the leaves begin to die and they just kind of float and wither and away, they just kind of blow away. We also find out that they're going to perish. And so here's the question, the midweek question for you to think about, and that is, where is your water source coming from? All of us are getting something somewhere. So where is your water source coming from? Are you trying to grow in the counsel of wicked? Are you trying to grow by hanging out with sinners and scoffers and people that mock constantly? Well, here's what you already know, but I'm going to remind you today. That is, if that's your water source that you're using, you're not going to grow. You're eventually going to die. Maybe not immediately, and maybe not a physical death, but there'll be a spiritual and emotional death that takes place if you continue to hang out with the wrong water source. Think about it like this. If you constantly hang out with people that gossip, you're eventually going to be a gossip. You're going to find yourself participating in that, and it's just going to slowly eat at you and slowly cause you to wither and die. You can insert other things in there as well. You get the idea. But where is your water source? Remember, the psalmist gives us a beautiful picture of what it can look like. And by the way, in Psalm chapter 1, it's this beautiful picture of a water source that is constantly there for us. It starts when we're born, and it lasts all the way through our life. And so we get a picture that regardless of our age, we can still be producing fruit if we're hanging out next to the correct water source. Remember, Jesus in John chapter 4 says to the woman at the well, whoever drinks of the water that I give him will never be thirsty again. It's because we have this constant water source of Jesus pouring into us. So there you go. It's a midweek teaching. The question for you to leave with is simply this: where are you drinking from today? Where is your water source? Hope to see you guys this weekend. We'll be here at 9 o'clock, 10:30 here at LaFountain Christian. Have a great week. Love you guys.